As you can see behind me, a menorah, relatively small compared to the public big menorahs. But I want to ask you a question. You have any idea how many of those there are around the world? And for that matter, let me just turn around the camera for a sec. How many do you think of those are there around? But before I give you the information, let's first say some Tehillim and asking Hashem that the whole world should be lit up already with this beautiful light of the menorah. The miracles of then, which are repeated today, should come to its final culmination, just like then. Chanukah, they finally came into the Beis HaMikdash, they re-inaugurated the Beis HaMikdash, and then it stood for over 200 years. Rebbe WAS. No, after 2,000 years lighting this menorah in exile, it's time we should see the beautiful big menorah in the Beis HaMikdash. And may this happen today. So now, chapter 100. Mizmoy lesoido rila adonai kol haaretz. Ivdu es adonai besimcha boi lefano b'yonono. De'uki adonai elim hu esonu v'lo anachnu ame b'tzoi marisoi. Boi yishoro b'tzoi chatzoreso b'sila hoido le'bochu shemoi. Ki tov adonai lo'elom chazdoi v'yadoi v'odor emunosoi. Yes, it's a little windy here. You can see the snow behind me. But the menorah is lighting us up. Friends, unfortunately, right here where I'm standing, I do not have a pushka. So please, put some money into the pushka, into the tzedakah box, and some for me too. Thank you already. So, from what I understand, I think it was 1974, 1975, Rabbi Shem Tov in Philadelphia had this idea to build a wooden menorah, a big menorah, and bring it to it's called Lafayette Place, and over there have an outside menorah. This was 1974, as I said, or 1975. Today, there are over 15,000 of those menorahs lighting up the entire globe, the entire world. I've seen menorahs on a boat in Venice. I've seen a menorah on the back of an elephant in Taiwan, I think. And we see them all over. Now you think about it. What's the idea? Obviously the simple idea is, which is what Hanukkah is all about. We know the difference between lighting Shabbat candles and Hanukkah candles is Shabbat candles you light inside to warm the home, and the Hanukkah candles is to light up the world. Therefore, many will put it at a window in the street, by the door of the house exit. Right? The time you have to light it is until the last people are still walking around in the street. In other words, to the last one to get the message of the light of Hanukkah. But here we see something interesting. The Rebbe started this campaign that it should be specifically on public property, to the point that where there was a yard, a home next to a public place, the Rebbe wants a dafke to be on the public place. Why? If the whole idea is just people to see it, if it's 5 meters this way instead of 5 meters this way, this is private land and this is public land. No, it's got to be on the public land, to the point that it went all the way to the Supreme Court of the United States. They won. So what's the point? But the point is the following. God created the world for one purpose, for Him to have a dwelling place down here in this world. If you do not allow a menorah on the public sphere, that means what? Which is the old American concept, dividing religion and state. In other words, we're excluding God and godliness from a certain area. This, says the Rebbe, cannot be. There cannot be a place anywhere where God is not welcome, where God is basically said, don't mix into our affairs. That's exile. That's exactly what exile is all about. Exile is a place where godliness is not present. Since we are the generation of bringing godliness into the entire universe, so therefore it has to be in Washington, and it has to be in Moscow in front of the Kremlin, and it has to be in Berlin by the infamous place where Hitler Machshumor gave his rousing speeches, and today you have over there menorah, and so on and so forth throughout the entire world. That's the point. So these menorahs and the little menorahs on the car tops, and I do not have the number how many they are, is what symbolizes the imminent coming of Mashiach. Happy Chanukah. Happy Geula.